America might be the land of the free, but during 2013, America had the highest incarceration rate in the world. As of 2016, approximately 2.3 million people are in custody of the American criminal justice system. According to the New York Times, almost 1/3 of the American population have been arrested at least once by the age of 23. With job competition increasing and criminal records becoming easier to access through the internet, even the smallest misdemeanor charge can cause trouble for those seeking employment. I'm Chris Olivo, and this is a breakdown on how not to get arrested. Dr. Larry T. Hoover, a criminal justice professor at Sam Houston State University and the author of the book, Police Crime Control Strategies, sheds light on the current rates and trends of crime.
By far, theft is the most common. Simple theft is the most commonly committed crime. Now, there are variations of types of theft. Probably the most common is good old shoplifting, trying to surreptitiously carry something out of a store with you. What in Texas we call burglary of motor vehicles, or theft of items left in motor vehicles, is also very common. In addition to that, bicycle theft is an ongoing, ever-present, common type of offense to occur. And then failure to pay, gas station drive-offs, grab and run. Convenience stores will have a whole stack of 12 packs of beer right by the door to try to sell them. And it's easy enough to, on your way out the door, to grab it and run. So theft dominates the types of crimes that occur.
Jim Barnes, the patrol lieutenant of Huntsville PD, explains some of the more common reasons people could be arrested.
One of the more common things that happens here that people aren't aware is if you drive around a police barricade, whether we're having an accident scene or it always happens when we have parades. We'll have the big Christmas parade or the Sam Houston homecoming parade, and we'll set up barricades. Well, someone will come up to the barricade and say, oh, well, I have to get to this store, or I have to get to this place, and they'll drive around it. If we see you drive around it, you are subject to be arrested for driving around it. Another one that's kind of little uncommon but happens a lot here in a college town is providing alcohol to a minor. We'll have kids that are 21 that are in college go out with their friends that are 18 and 19, and they'll buy them a beer. Well, that's a Class A misdemeanor, which is the highest of the misdemeanors, so you can get arrested and go to jail for that. Trying to think of a couple others that might be of interest. Loud noise. Parties, you can go to jail for a loud noise. You can go to jail for any traffic violation with the exception of speeding and consuming alcohol. Now, if you're consuming alcohol to where you're a DWI, obviously you would go to jail, but if you just have an open container of beer in your car, you would get a ticket for it, and same with speeding. Those are the two that you can't be arrested for. But pretty much any other traffic violation, an officer could arrest you. Normally we don't. Normally we will write you a citation if we choose to go that route.
Dr. Hoover further expands on the most common reasons to be arrested.
Interestingly, a high proportion of arrests are for outstanding warrants. And those occur whenever someone receives a citation, even a simple traffic citation, stop sign, speeding, so forth, but fail to appear, fail to take care of the citation and to ever appear to respond to it. When that happens, after several efforts of notification, courts will issue a warrant for arrest, and individuals are frequently arrested because there is an outstanding warrant based on a previous violation.
Explaining some of the lesser-known reasons people can be arrested for, Dr. Hoover warns against the following offenses.
One, which is controversial, is failure to obey a lawful command. So if an officer tells you to get out of your car, an officer tells you to walk away from a particular area or walk to a particular area, and you decide you don't want to do that, the officer has a lawful right to control the situation for the officer's safety and for the citizen's safety. Defying the officer in those circumstances gives the officer justification for making an arrest. Second, probably not well known among the general public, is conspiracy charges. You don't actually have to commit a crime to be charged with a criminal offense. If you participate in planning a crime, the law is very specific in this. There must be overt action on your part that would indicate that you indeed intended to commit the crime. So it's not having a beer on a Friday night, joking about robbing the local bank. But did you take definitive steps? Quite frequently, police have individuals who function as informants, so that you get the murder for hire phenomenon.
While speeding and erratic driving are the most common behaviors that police watch out for, Lieutenant Barnes cautions that there are many other reasons someone can be pulled over.
Dirty headlights, dirty license plate, no license plate light. It's required under state law that the rear license plate has a light illuminating in the license plate at night. If it's not working, you can be pulled over for that. You can be pulled over for faulty equipment, like your muffler isn't working properly. We can pull you over for that. We can pull you over, and I don't know if you've seen the rims that extend out from the side of the car. If they extend too far, we can pull you over for that. If your car is too low to the ground, we can pull you over. If it's too high, we can pull you over. So there are all kinds of, like I said, the traffic code is an extremely thick book. And the officers that are really good, the traffic cops, we have a guy that rides the motorcycle. He knows that book like the back of his hand. I assure you, you could drive 10 feet and he could find something to pull you over. I'm not as good as I used to be on that, but he's excellent and he could find something to pull you over for.
Dr. Hoover presents some of the most common mistakes criminals make.
The prevalence of video cameras is one of the most common. But even at least as common, and maybe even more so, is bragging to your friends about what you got away with. That's what Crime Stoppers is all about. Crime Stoppers offers cash rewards for information leading to an arrest for a criminal offense. And offenders are naive and frequently tell their friends all about it, and the friend suddenly needs $1,000 cash, and Crime Stoppers is an easy way to get $1,000 cash, and so they pick up the phone and make that call to the police department.
With that said, don't do this.
Hey, you guys want a beer?
I'm like 19. Isn't that illegal?
Don't worry, I got you covered.
Genius, bro.
Or this. And especially, don't do this.
Dude, I just stole a stop sign.
Dude, why?
Ain't nobody tell me what to do, especially no stupid sign. Is there another sign over there telling me what to do? Oh man, I'll be right back.
911, what's your emergency?
Lieutenant Barnes offers this advice when one is interacting with law enforcement.
I think the best advice I can give you is be honest. And I'm sure your parents preach that as children. Honesty is the best policy, and it really is. You know, if you haven't done anything, you really should have nothing to hide, and that would be the first and foremost. Don't put yourself in a position to be in trouble with the police or in trouble with anyone. But be honest. If you screw up, most of the time we're human beings too. We're people, and we were in y'all's position at one time as college kids, and we screwed up. And if you do something of a minor infraction, say, man, I'm sorry, I was speeding. And we're willing to work with you.
Besides behaving in a respectful and honest manner, Dr. Hoover adds to Lieutenant Barnes' advice.
If you are arrested, you need to seek legal assistance in terms of resolving that case. Don't wing it. Don't try it on your own. Don't base what you do based on someone else's prior experience. Get yourself legal counsel.
So to recap, don't do anything illegal, be honest and respectful to the officer questioning you, and most importantly,
And stay out of jail.
thank you for watching. I'm Chris Olivo. Have a good night.